Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is PsychoGold and this is PsychoGold Videos. And I have been waiting all freaking day for this to drop. So, if you're confused by the title of this video, this is something that may or may not be Power Ranger related. And as you guys know, I'm a big Power Ranger fan. I'm wearing my Megazord t-shirt today, specifically because I knew this was dropping, though I had many to pick from. But I went with Megazord for today. Because it's the first one I found. Legend of the White Dragon. That is the video that we will be watching. It is a trailer for a film, I believe. Now, I can't specifically tell you what this is about, because the information out there for this is vague. Now, there is a Kickstarter, which I've been saying is what this will turn into from day one. And I've had oodles of people tell me I'm wrong, that BatintheSun, which is the production team that is doing this, doesn't do Kickstarters, and blah blah blah. Well, guess what? It's a Kickstarter campaign. Now, I'm going to say my piece on that at the end of this video, but I don't want to go into that right this second. I would rather just enjoy the video. So, I don't know if this is a Power Ranger product, or if this is a Power Ranger-ish product. It stars a bunch of former Ranger actors. It's produced by people who've done both unofficial Power Ranger products, i.e. the Superpower Beatdowns, Green Ranger vs. Ryu, and White Ranger vs. Scorpion, and they did an official product in the form of Power Rangers vs. Street Fighter for Legacy Wars, which I actually really liked and did a reaction video too. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. But I don't know what to expect from this, so I'm excited, but I'm also tempering my excitement, because I want this to be really good, but I still don't really know what it is that I'm about to watch. So we're going to dive into it, and I'm going to figure out once and for all if this actually is in the Power Rangers universe, and if it is, it could still, I'm assuming that there is still a 100% fan-made production. This is not endorsed by Hasbro in any way, shape, or form, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it will be, but I wouldn't have thought so, because if it was, it wouldn't be going to Kickstarter, in my opinion. But with that said, let's actually check this out. I'm excited because I just want to see these guys kick ass and take names again. The only one I literally know nothing about in terms of acting ability is Christiane, because she is in Ninja Steel, I think. And I have only ever watched one episode of Ninja Steel, and that was the Dimensions in Danger team-up, which I also did a reaction to. But other than that, I kind of avoided Ninja Steel like the plague. I'm sorry if there are Ninja Steel fans watching this. I couldn't take that show. It was painful to watch. So, with that said, we're going to dive in right now and see what BatintheSun have in store for us. This project is created by Jason David Frank, Aaron Shonka, who's the head of BatintheSun, and I believe Johnny Young Bosch. The three of them came up with this together, and they've been trying to make this for a while now, so maybe that's why they've turned to Kickstarter as well, because they couldn't convince anybody to actually help them make it. But either way, that gives me hope that this is going to be good, so let's dive in. 3, 2, 1, go. Good lord, that's loud. Oh, hello.
Target is heading for the south exit. I'll cut him off.
Well, there's Johnny. There's Jason for one.
Let me see your hands.
Well, that's Jason Frank. I'm sorry. That was obvious.
That's it. Easy.
I like the armor they're wearing. I've been seeing screenshots of this for ages. It looks really good in motion. Oh, there's Syiance.
Keep those hands right there.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. Oh! So they're set to stun. Whoa! He's got mini lightsabers? Okay.
Which side are you on? Why are you running?
I was gonna say, come on, Johnny. You can take him. I believe in you. He's got...
You hiding? Why won't you join the fight?
Oh, okay, so they're trying to like... Whoa, what the hell?
I've lost everything! They're taking everything from me!
Okay.
It's him. You're not the only one who's lost something.
We've all made sacrifices.
Damn. It's Scar, man. It looks pretty cool. I like the helmets. Their lighting. It's really good.
You're the key.
Have you heard the legend of the White Dragon?
We believe we finally found something to help us restore balance.
The White Dragon Crystal. Your energy, your blood is the key.
Then why'd you attack me?
Because we had to make sure you weren't a clone.
You're wasting your time.
Wait, what?
I have nothing left to fight for.
Clone? So they've had to fight clones?
alive. Your daughter. She's alive.
Okay. This is very, like, dramatic.
It's what your wife would have wanted.
Oh, low blow, man.
He has her at his citadel.
If you're lying to me, you'll be the first one I come after.
And if I'm not, you'll have found a reason to fight. Take it.
This is great, man. They're so, like, ready to kill each other. Great friends. Damn. Don't know what happened to his face, but even so.
White Dragon!
Oh, okay. We're seeing it right off the bat then. Whoa. Oh, okay. It can fly. Oh, that was shorter than I was hoping for. That suit looked very similar to the concept art. That's why it was shorter.
The teaser of the Legend of the White. Thank you. We're so happy to be part of this fandom, and we hope you enjoy the movie.
All right then. That was not quite what I was expecting. So, hang on.
6.5 hours later.
So the entire thing was 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and it wasn't so much a teaser as, it was a teaser. It wasn't so much of a trailer as it was just a scene that felt like it could have been plucked from a show. So, for those of you who haven't been following the marketing for this project, here's the first thing that springs across in my mind. Where are these guys? And hopefully they'll have appeared in front of me, otherwise this segment will be a waste of time. But they became part of the marketing, they're in the poster that they've put up, and they're not actually in this, which pretty much confirms what I thought, which is that they were never involved with this in the first place and have been added after they filmed this, because I was fairly confident that they filmed this in like 2 days, or very close to it. That is about what I would expect from 2 days worth of filming. It's basically just a few minutes. And when I say 2 days, I don't mean 2 days consecutively. I mean that, over a period of 2 days, this is what they came out with. They probably got some other stuff too, they just didn't include it. I don't know. I didn't. The marketing material that they've got for this project and they've been using on their Instagram looks really cool. Like Johnny and Bosch holding those like weird lightsaber glow sticks. That's been put up. It didn't look quite like that though. It looked a little bit higher budget, but I'm gonna forgive it that because I wasn't expecting it to be massively high budget. However, I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to put my thoughts into words, and I think the main thing that I'm struggling with here is I still don't know what the hell this is. And before some smart ass types in the comment section, it's a film. Yes, I know it's a film, but people will have been screaming at every single post about this project. What is it called? Legend of the White Dragon. We now know that. Awesome. The second question is it Power Ranger related? Still don't know. And I've checked their Kickstarter. Still don't know. I don't care if it is or it isn't. But I would like to know one way or the other. The fact that it doesn't have Power Rangers anywhere over this suggests it isn't. The only reason Apart from the fact it clearly is heavily based on Power Rangers. But the one other reason why I am still sort of doubtful is because if you go into the description on the Kickstarter and on Johnny and Blush's Instagram, they mention that the city that they are in is now referred to as Angel Graves because something happened and lots of people died. That's cool, but that implies that the city is Angel Grove, and that means they're in the Power Ranger universe. Maybe. If that's the case, they didn't say any of their characters' names. They certainly didn't appear to have any of their... I want to say their personalities if they're playing Tommy and Adam, and I can't speak for the other two because I don't think they actually did anything or said anything. And if they did, that's how much of an impact it was. But it's one of those things where it's like, it feels like it so desperately wants people to assume this is Power Ranger related, but it's not. Now, with that said, the White Dragon armor looks pretty damn cool, and yeah, that does look really cool. I got nothing but good things to say about that. But I'm also pretty confident I've seen it before.
Eventually.
Yep. My memory is absolutely useless at remembering things like times tables, dates, places that you need to be for important meetings, but concept art of Rangers, that it remembers. This is a Green Ranger suit that looks suspiciously like the White Ranger suit we just saw. And this was for a BatintheSun Green Ranger series that they desperately tried to get Saban to create, called Return of the Emerald Dragon, which was the story of an older Tommy that was basically supposed to be Logan, and he had a child with Catherine, and he battled an unknown villain who traveled across the grid, killing Rangers, and there was going to be a big twist about who this evil guy was. Now, if you're thinking that you may have seen this before, well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, Saban did put Tommy with Catherine, and they do have a kid together, a boy, not a girl, called JJ. They might have a daughter as well, but it's never been mentioned. Now, this was made canon in the TV show in the Dimensions in Danger episode of Super Ninja Steel, and there is also a book written by Kyle Higgins called Soul of the Dragon. I have it. It's a very short book, but it's a very cool book, and in it, it features an old Tommy going on a Logan-esque journey, just like BatintheSun tried to pitch to Saban several years prior, and it's very, very similar, in my opinion, if you were to read the basic bare descriptions. I can't help but shake the feeling that what we're looking at is their original pitch, minus the Power Ranger label, and they've changed the green to white because they've actually done the Tommy Logan story that they were trying to pitch already. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
3:28 a.m.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me. Now, you've just been in the middle of listening to me, but this is not the me that you were just listening to. This is me from about an hour or so later. I found out some more information, and with what you've just heard me say, I find it very interesting. So, comicbook.com has reported on this whole story, this Kickstarter, and right at the bottom of the Legend of the White Dragon story, that they've done two for some reason, they have the description for the film. Now, here's the thing. They have the same blurb that I've seen elsewhere, except it's longer. They have a better description of the film than the Legend of the White Dragon's own Kickstarter project does. That's not a great start. So, here's what their blurb says. In the aftermath, the city was left decimated, a past reminder of the great battle and fall of heroes. As a result of the death and destruction, the city became known as Angel Graves. The heroes were blamed, stripped of their titles, and hunted. But as evil once again threatens to return, they must rise from the ashes with the power of the White Dragon. And no, I'm not trying to read it in any kind of trailer voice, I'm actually just trying to read it normally. Now that they have located the White Dragon crystal, they must convince the once hero to don the crystal's power. I'm assuming that's supposed to say, is it too late, question mark, not it is too late. As the government's secret dragon project reached a point of no return, in the climax of the story, the two dragons must battle for the fate of the city and possibly the world. Now, the reason why this has made me basically redo the second half of the video is because I just spent a portion talking about the Emerald Dragon storyline that they were trying to do in Return of the Emerald Dragon, but we had a big surprise who was under the mask of this evil ranger. Evil ranger, as in another dragon. And personally, this is just adding fuel to the fire, in that this is the Return of the Emerald Dragon storyline, but retooled to make it work without the Green Ranger, because of Soul of the Dragon, with more actors from Power Rangers, because why not? And most importantly, white instead of green. Now, green is still very much a point in this show though, because he's wearing green, he punches Johnny and Bosch with a green energized attack, and they make a point of mentioning that they had to check it was him and not a clone, which makes me think that they may or may not have another Jason David Frank be the bad guy as well as the good guy. Now, the idea that the government is in charge is very interesting though. Does that imply that they are running the show now because the heroes were blamed for everything going wrong? Because that's got a bit of Marvel Civil War going on in there, which that's kind of cool. I have no idea why this information isn't on the Kickstarter, but it, you know, comicbook.com is reporting it, and that to me has enticed me a lot more than the very vague description that they have on the Kickstarter. And I don't know, man, it's one of those weird things. Like, I don't get it at all. My main concern with this project is the fact that it's a Kickstarter project and the fact that it has very little information, or it did. It's got a bit more information now. We don't know the names of the characters. We don't know the world that it's set in. We don't know whether this is Power Rangers or not, but I'm assuming it isn't. I think that this Kickstarter's main web page should have so much more information than it currently does. Assume that the people coming to your Kickstarter page don't know anything about this project, because we don't. Put up biographies of who's involved, both for the cast and the crew. Put up a detailed background of where this idea came from, why you want to make it. And the other thing is, they mention the fact that they have stretch goals. Now, I thought I was going mad when they first said this, because I thought, no, I saw a banner saying stretch goals, but you don't actually have any stretch goals. They do, but they've clumped them all together in if we make more than our money. And that's not how you do stretch goals, guys. Like, it's not like this is a new thing anymore. The way that Kickstarters get done and are successful is pretty well known at this point. Now, if you want to make stretch goals, you need to actually put goals for them to achieve. You need to lay out what specific stretch goal is actually going to achieve what reward, not just go, if we make more money than we think we need, this cool stuff may or may not get in it as well. And it's kind of like, right, could you give us a bit of a clue? Now, as I say, maybe they'll come back and spruce up their Kickstarter, because it seems to me like it's missing information that other websites have. That can't be right. There must be a mistake here, surely. So that's my first issue. And the other is that because it's on Kickstarter, I do worry that fans are not going to be as receptive to this as the people who are making it may realize. It may still do really well, and hopefully I'll be proven wrong, because I want to be. I would love for this project to succeed. I want it to succeed. I want to see what the White Dragon has to offer, man. But there are so many other projects that have come before that I have backed, and I'm speaking as me, not just other fans, but there are so many other fans that I know who have backed these projects, whether they are Power Ranger fan films, films done by other Power Ranger actors, films done by people who have real film experience, who have a big CV of either directing or producing, and then they get people involved, and there are so many, man. It's just crazy. And I unfortunately feel that they have burnt any kind of crowd-funded campaign to make a Ranger-related film, because, and I have already seen people say this on certain places, we've been here before, and I don't blame them. We've been here before not too long ago with some of the people who were in this project with The Order. Now, The Order is a very complicated, ridiculously, unnecessarily hilarious even story as to why that didn't film when it should have filmed. That wasn't actually their fault. Some stuff happened behind the scenes that if you're a backer you know about. I'm not going to get into it because the whole point of this is to condense the video and not make it longer. Now don't get me wrong, if this film blows its stretch goals out of the water, if this film makes all the money on the planet, I will be the first one touting loudly from the hilltops that I want to see this film succeed, and I will consider backing it, maybe. I don't exactly have amazing amounts of funds like I did in the good old days of crowdfunding, but I would still love to see the finished product of this film. If nothing else, I just want to see this collection of actors have a win, and I do really enjoy all of the BatintheSun stuff. I love Ninjak vs. the Valiant Universe, I love the Superpower Beatdown series, I like the horror beatdown that they did, and something else that they did that my brain is escaping, but they've done something else that I've seen as well that I liked. Everybody involved is talented, it's just a matter of, can they manage this Kickstarter efficiently? Can they stick to deadlines, which is another thing I'm slightly worried about, because I was expecting this back in June, and it's taken them another month since they said it was originally going to be shown off, basically. And that's cool to do when people are just fans of you. When they've given you their money, they tend to get a little less patient when you start saying things like, it'll be out on the 13th of June, and then you don't hear anything. Now, I would like to say that they probably have thought about all of that, and I'm probably just overreacting, but the reason why I'm overreacting is because of everything that has come before this project, and that, unfortunately, is going to be the thoughts of a lot of Ranger fans out there. But with that said, I do wish them all the best of luck, and I honestly hope that they do succeed, and that they are amazing, and that this will be a fantastic project when it's completed. I am guessing, because again, they haven't said when we might see this finished project after their campaign successfully concludes, but my guess would be that it's going to be probably the end of next year is the earliest we might potentially see it, if not even later than that, as in 2 years from now. It really does depend on when it films and how many people they have working on the effects and how crazy they want to go with the effects, because this was essentially 2 days worth of filming and everything else has been working on the effects. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't want to sound negative, because I'm not. I'm really hoping that this comes out and blows everybody's minds, but I'm cautiously optimistic, I think is the best phrase for right now. So yeah, if anybody from the production is watching this video, I honestly wish you guys the best of luck, which I've already said, and I want this project to do well, and I can't wait to see more from it, and I hope that there is more in store, regardless of whether or not this film matches its Kickstarter goal. Maybe you've got another teaser trailer, I don't know, but it would be cool if there was perhaps some more stuff you could show. Maybe bios of the characters is something you could add as time goes on. I'm just putting it out there. But with that said, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my name is PsychoGold. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, and comment down below your thoughts, and that's going to be it from me. So, I will see you all in my next video. This is PsychoGold, signing out.